Texas Roads. Chapter 1. Dawn was a special thing in Donald, Texas. The arrival of the sun washed away the sins of the nights past and gave this small Texas town an angelic hue. This meant good morning kisses, chores before school, and fresh brewed coffee at Annie's Cafe. Forgotten were the sweethearts at Duke's, the feud over property lines, or coarse words said between friends. That same sun blazed through the bedroom of Lincoln Garrett. His eyes hesitantly peeled open to greet it. He lay fully clothed across his bed, sheets undisturbed, hat in hand. He jumped out of bed, realizing the day was moving on without him. A sharp pain in his side stopped him in his tracks, but not giving it a second thought, he started his day. "Morning, Ma!" he yelled as he reluctantly staggered down the stairs, suffering from a sore rib and what he was sure was a hangover. Harriet was a petite woman with silver hair, which she preferred in a bun. Lincoln heard stories of her glory days. She was once the town's local treasure. In high school, she was a cheerleader, head of the yearbook club, and sung in the choir. People said her deep blue eyes and sweet smile could light up the world. Until she married his father, that is. Lincoln would never get to see or feel the light radiate from those eyes or her smile. Her father's land had stolen all the joy that was left in them. His mother turned to him with a look of urgency in her eyes.
"He's in the barn. If you hurry, he won't see you,"
she said while closing the gap between them, looking past his shoulder to the front door. She was always like this. "As skittish as a barn cat," his Aunt Annie would say. "I slept great last night. Thanks for asking," said Lincoln as he kissed her forehead. He started toward the kitchen and his mother followed. "I'm starving. What's for breakfast?"
"Lincoln, he's in a mood,"
she said with desperation in her eyes, her apron clutched in her fist. "He always is."
"Sweetie, please."
In the distance, the screen door slammed. Their heads jerked. Jonas Garrett wasn't a big man, but his walk said otherwise. His boots sounded like thunder as they made their ways to the kitchen. "Harriet!" Jonas called out in a rage.
"Hurry, just go out the back,"
she whispered, shoving him toward the back door, but it was too late. The devil was in the doorway. "Woman, didn't you hear me?" Jonas said as he entered the kitchen, mud marking his path. Immediately, he locked eyes with Lincoln. Harriet couldn't answer. She was waiting for the lightning that came with the thunder. "Coffee," Jonas said without taking his eyes off Lincoln. Harriet poured the coffee and had it in his hand before Jonas could take another breath.
"Here you are, black, just the way you like it."
Jonas took a sip of his coffee and placed it on the table, eyes still fixed on his only son. The air between the two men was as thick as honey, and with a warm smirk, he walked toward Lincoln. The blow came swift, knocking a white hat from his head. Jonas rubbed his knuckles as he walked out of the kitchen. Harriet handed her son an old dish towel to wipe his bloody nose. Lincoln pushed it away and stormed out of the back door.